Welcome to the JMC Network Newscast. I'm Jonathan Rates.
And I'm Savannah Silva. The Student Association voted earlier this week to fund 2 hammock hotels on campus. Built as a ring of wooden poles, the hammock hotels will be installed on the lawns between Mackenzie Hall and the Brown Library and between the Williams Performing Arts Center and the Mabee Business Building. SA plans to allocate $1,500 from the Congressional Project Fund and another $1,500 from the Campus Initiative Fund to help build the hotels. Students can expect to see the hammock areas when they return from spring break. Republican and Democratic voters will go to the polls March 1st to vote for candidates in national and state races. Texas is among several states conducting primaries on Super Tuesday. In addition to voting for party nominees for president, those going to the polls can choose among candidates running for Congress, state legislature, and judicial positions.
2016 is election year, and right now primaries are in full swing. So I asked a few students on campus who they're personally rooting for the presidential election.
Currently, I'm more inclined on voting for Bernie Sanders just because his philosophy is kind of all about community, and I do a lot of community service, and I think it's really important, not just because Americans are mainly individualistic.
Marco Rubio or Ted Cruz, although I prefer Marco Rubio because he has more experience. They basically have the same views on most issues. They're pro-life, and they both support vouchers for school choice, which is something that's important to me.
I am supporting Dr. Ben Carson because he's an honest politician. He's intelligent, and I believe Washington, D.C. needs more intelligent people running this nation.
Jonathan, do you plan on voting?
I actually recently applied to be registered to vote, and so I'm waiting for my card to come in, but I'm hoping it comes in time so that I can do it. Yeah. Well, now over to the sports world. The Wildcat baseball team started its 2016 campaign strong with a 4-game sweep over Texas Rio Grande Valley. ACU outscored the Vaqueros 21-10 over the series. Junior third baseman Aaron Draper paced ACU by going 5 for 16 with an RBI, a double, and 2 stolen bases out of the leadoff spot. Junior second baseman Russell Crippen was consistent as well, hitting 4 for 15 over the series while scoring twice and driving in a run and stealing a base. After the sweep, ACU traveled to Norman to take on Oklahoma in a quick 1-game series where the Wildcats unfortunately fell 7-1. The number 25 ranked Sooners used a 4-run 4th inning to take the lead and never looked back. ACU returns home this weekend with a record of 4-1 to take on Northeastern in another 4-game set. Northeastern boasts a record of 2-2 after splitting a 4-game series with Oklahoma. On to the basketball world, the men's and women's basketball teams each picked up crucial wins over the weekend against Southeastern Louisiana as the men earned a 91-80 victory and the women squeaked out a 72-70 win. The men returned to action Tuesday night against Texas A&M Corpus Christi, which is ranked 2nd in the Southland, but came up just short, falling 65-59. The women's basketball team also played earlier this week as it picked up its 14th conference win of the season with a 76-55 victory over Houston Baptist. The teams resume play this Saturday against New Orleans in another afternoon doubleheader. The men and women will each finish the season with 3-game homestands. Speaking of defending home turf, I hear there's some kind of combat class here on campus.
There is. Actually, it's a female combat class. The Student Recreation and Wellness Center will offer a tactical training class for women on Tuesday, March 2nd. The 2.5-hour class will cover basic self-defense. The class is full, but you can still sign up to receive notifications about future classes or to be added to the wait list. You can visit the Rec's website for more information. Well, that's all we have for you this week. For more stories and breaking news, you can go to acuoptimist.com or you can find us on Twitter or Facebook at ACU Optimist. You can also pick up a paper Friday after chapel. Until next time, for Jonathan Rates, I'm Savannah Silva.